as you can see, I am filming from my car. I am at work and I have been trying to get this video out for a couple days now. And so I had to come to my car while I have a color under the dryer processing, which is not something I typically do. I didn't even tell her I was coming out here. So I have been a hairdresser for 27 years, so this is my primary job. It's been a couple years since I put out one of these videos, and I wanted to do a revamp of my sock snowman. That is by far my most popular video I've ever made. Please excuse the frizzy hair. I was in a massive hurry this morning coming to work. So that is one of my most popular videos, and so I wanted to go ahead and revamp it because I make them not completely different, but a little bit different. I have a lot of people tell me that in my old video, they don't want to use the sewing pins for the eyes because of, you know, kids touching them and being able to, you know, cut themselves or whatever. So I wanted to totally revamp it, and this way is so much easier, so cute, so affordable. I explained in the video where I get my things and basically, you know, the best price point that you can get. I do a lot of Dollar Tree DIYs, and I do also find things on clearance. I buy things on Amazon, and I have some links below, but I will tell you that in the video. I'm also doing a collaboration with the channel Jordan Danielle and the channel Chelsea and Family. These are my two daughters, and they are cooking, mostly cooking, organizing, and cleaning. They have a couple crafts here and there. They do decorating on a budget, and they basically show you the lives of them being stay-at-home moms. So please join me in checking out their video. I'm going to link those down below in the description box. I would love it if you would subscribe and like this video, and also go over there and like their videos and show them some love and support. They're trying to build, and they've been building for a long time, and their stuff is actually amazing. They've got some pretty great videos out there, and so I hope you get a chance to check it all out. So here we go. Let's start crafting. Here is a version of the snowman that we are going to make. I did an old YouTube video of sock snowman, and I wanted to recreate it and update it. So I've changed the way I've done it a little bit. So we are going to start here with a bag of beans. Any beans will do. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. That's where I typically get them. You can also get them at your grocery store. I have a zip tie and I have a small rubber band. We use these to fasten the top, and actually I forgot to pull out 2 rubber bands. Here is a bottom sock for the body of the snowman, and this is what I'm going to be making the hat out of, which is just a glove. The glove is from the Dollar Tree. The socks are not. I'm showing you different versions basically of what you can use for hats and stuff like that. I always keep my scraps after I cut them because you never know when you're going to need them. So the first thing I do is I take the sock, and we are going to stick the whole bag of beans in the sock. You don't have to open it, nothing. Just stick the bag in. This is very similar to my gnome, the gnomes video that I did. And so I kind of shake the beans down a little bit, kind of flatten it out so I know that the snowman is going to sit. And then I pull the sock tight. And then I will wrap the rubber band around the top. We all know that rubber bands wear out over time. And so that's what the zip tie is for, is just to give it a little bit of extra stability and security. The socks, I will let you know, I got some of them at Five Below. I got some at Home Goods, and I believe I got some on Amazon. I will put that link below in my Amazon store so you can check out the fuzzy socks. If not, you can get some at the Dollar Tree. They're just a little bit thinner, but I do use them. So there it is after it's rubber band together. And now we're going to put the zip tie on, just like I said, to give it some extra security. So you just fasten your zip tie. You can also find those at the Dollar Tree, and you can find them at Amazon. I will also link that below. Go ahead and tighten that up. And then what I use is like floral cutters, anything that'll cut wire or anything. That's what I use to cut my zip tie, because you can use scissors, but I just prefer something sharp and that's going to get it done quick. So there is that. And now you want to take a nice pair of scissors and you want to cut just above the zip tie and the rubber band. So just cut above, and then you're going to set that piece aside. Now, like I said, do not throw those away. You can use those as the hat, the other side. You can use it as ties on your gnomes if you make them. Okay, so sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Here is the second rubber band. It is a little bit bigger. I did get my rubber bands at the Dollar Tree. They have big bags of them, and so I just grabbed those. So what you want to do is you want to form your snowman with the beans. So I kind of just like put a little indent with my hands on where I want that rubber band to go. And you can do it tight, or you can, I mean, it doesn't have to be super tight to where you break the rubber band, but you want to be able to get things and move them around with the rubber band in there. So we go ahead and we form our little snowman, and then this was something that I tried and this did not work. My zip tie was not big enough. So if you have a zip tie big enough to go around the middle, go ahead and do that. I had to scratch that completely because my zip tie would not work without looking like I was choking the snowman. So I decided not to use that at all. And you basically use, you make a scarf anyway for around the neck. So what I decided to do instead was I double band it just to give it that extra security. But like I said, if you have a zip tie that's bigger, then you can definitely use that. I just used 2 rubber bands. Then you kind of squish it together, and there you can see you're getting the form of your snowman. So then you want to decide what you're going to do for a hat. So I was trying to decide, do I use this sock, which was really cute, right? Super cute. Or do I use the little glove? These gloves are from the Dollar Tree. And I was trying to come up with an idea to make it look, like really piecey on top. So that's where I got the idea for the glove. So I go back and forth trying to decide which one I want. This one was also super cute. This was a hat I pre-made for a snowman out of a piece of scrap. And then I usually glue it down and make like a palm on top, which that one was super, super adorable. I really liked that one too, but that was another pattern or print. If you wanted to make like a larger hat, you can do that. And then you just kind of tie it at the top. And I literally just played until I found exactly what I wanted. And I decided that one was too long. I didn't want to do that. So then I think I decided to stick to my original plan, but I do try them both out. There's another color you can use. And when you do this and it has an opening at the top, you just pinch it together and create a little hat. You can see that it looks super, super cute. So, but I do believe that I go with my original idea, which was the glove. And it's soft, just like the socks. So this is what I decided to go with. And I'm going to take some string, and we're going to tie basically the fingers off. So you just go ahead and you tie it around. You can do this wherever you want, but I just kind of went to where the fingers started and then tied the twine around. This twine I did get at the Dollar Tree. It's just in the automotive section. It's a white, I'm losing my thoughts. It's just like a white string, I should say. It's not really a twine, but I use it a lot to tie things off, and it works. I wanted to share these with you. I got them on Amazon. I used to use pins, like sewing pins for the eyes, and people complained because of kids. So I found these little snowman kits on Amazon. I will link that in my description box below. Super cute. It comes with the plastic hats, which I won't use for this, but I will save them for other crafts that I do. But I do use the button eyes and the nose, which is already a carrot. Now, I didn't care for the color of the carrot. It's like a dark, dark orange. It almost looks red, but I didn't want to switch it around and try to paint it. So I just go ahead and use them, but it's great to accent your snowmen. So basically I tied it off with the white string, and now I'm going to cut the fingers, not completely off, but enough that it gives it kind of, you can see like a little bit of a little summery look. I think I cut them off a little bit more than I wanted to. So then I go in and I kind of split it apart myself, and it's just creating, a flowy type hat. You can do whatever you want. You can create a palm on top, but the reason I used the glove was for this purpose. So I just go ahead and spread it around, and then I do use hot glue. This is my new glue gun, you guys. Look at it now while it looks new, because it won't look new for long. I've used it a few times already, and you can see there's glue on it, but it's by SUREBONDER. I got it at Amazon. Again, I will link that below. I really like it a lot. It's got temperature settings, and I like the way it sets up. My last one was so thrashed that the cord, if it moved the wrong way, it would shut off. So I had to get a new one, and I'm glad that I made this decision. So now that I've tied the hat off, what I usually do is I go through and I glue it the way I want it to lay. But first I'm going to put on the eyes and the nose. And like I said, out of this little kit, it comes with button eyes and then the carrot nose. So I do the little eyes, and I go ahead and glue gun those on glue gun. Hot glue, don't mind me, I haven't even been through a cup of coffee this morning. So I go ahead and I hot glue the eyes on, and I kind of put the glue, I like to put the glue on the snowman and then put the buttons on top because I burn my fingers so much. But first you have to adjust your hat the way you want it so that you know where the snow, I'm sorry, not the snow, the eyes are gonna go. Like I said, I need coffee. Glue the hat down so it doesn't move, and then you can decide where to put your eyes at. So there it is. You can see it coming together. It comes together pretty quick, and actually if I wasn't doing a video, I can make these fast. Go ahead and put your glue down for your eyeballs. Like I said, I put it directly on the sock or on the snowman because I'm so good at burning my fingers with hot glue. And then you just go ahead and place it on there. So put your little embellishments on to complete your snowman. He's got one eye. We'll get ready to put that second eye on, doing the same process over there. These are so fun to make. They're easy and people love them. You would not believe how many of these snowmen I have sold making over the years. One year I had a lady that ordered 50 of them. Now it was my old version with the rice and the pins, but they're just super, super cute, and they make a good gift, like, you know, if you're going to a Christmas party or something like that. People just love them. They just put them on their desk. You can do their favorite color. You can do a really fun print. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue that carrot nose on there, which I think I burned myself a little bit, and kind of find where you want that to go. And you can embellish these any way you like. So see how cute that is? Oh my gosh. Thank goodness for this kit. And it was not very expensive at all. I loved it. It came with everything I needed. I'm showing you now that I'm taking one of the scrap socks and I'm going to create a scarf for around the neck. Now this sock, obviously the colors match pretty well because when I buy the socks, they're usually like in a 3-pack. So they all kind of blend together. So like I said, this is where the scraps come in handy. I cut myself a piece so that I can make a scarf around the snowman's neck. You may name your snowman if you like. I just say the snowman. So we're going to go ahead and create that little scarf. These socks are stretchy, so it's really nice because I can stretch them on there and then shape them the way I want. Isn't that cute, you guys? It's so cute. I love these snowmen. I decided to put a knot in it instead of just tying it once because I don't want it to, you know, come undone if someone buys this or I give it away. I want it to stay together as much as possible. And I am one of those people where I like to glue things down a little bit. I want it to look flowy, but I also want it to stay where I put it. So I always glue down the scarf a little bit so it looks like it's flowing, but yet it's not moving. That's just my little pet peeve. It's not something everybody does. Like I said, do what you like, but I like it to stay where I put it, so then I just do a little glue. Now, it could be done right here if you want to because it's got that bottom on. It almost looks like our snowman has pants on, but then I decide that I want to do some buttons down the front. Now, these buttons I got years ago from Dollar Tree. I bought them in 3 different like container colors. So like one container is like all blacks and browns and neutrals, and then the other 2 all had different color buttons. I never saw them again after I bought these, and I so wish they would bring them back because they're handy. They really are handy. I use them for so many projects, and for $1 it was a great deal, and the buttons are so cute. I also keep scrap buttons from around the house. So, you know, wherever you want to get your buttons, I know you can get them at Walmart. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon as well. But like I said, these were from the Dollar Tree. So I decided to use a white button to embellish the hat of my snowman. And I kind of get creative and just keep playing with it. I just love these little snowmen. I always get a lot of compliments on them. And if you get a chance, I will link below my gnome, how to make a gnome video. I did that, I believe, a year or two ago. Everything blends together after everything that's gone on. So I do have that one as well. But these are all so fun and people love them. They're adorable. I don't know. I think that they're great. So here it is. And to me, that looked like an eyeball. What do you guys think? I'm like, I don't know. Like, it was cute white, and then I put the blue, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, it looks like an eyeball. So then I decide, okay, I have to add another embellishment on top of it because I don't want it to look like that. So I have these little snowflakes, and I'm going to put one right on top of that blue button. After, of course, I add another tie. I put the snowflake on a little bit later, but well, actually here soon. So I'm putting another tie on there because I wanted like 4 strings instead of 2, and then I adorn it or accent it with the crystal snowflakes that I got a couple years ago. I believe I got them at Dollar Tree or Michael's. I cannot remember. I literally found them in a bag. You found them in the bottom of a bag that I must have like packed with crafting stuff, and they fell out of the package. So I found them. I went, oh, these are perfect. And I literally just found them a couple weeks ago. So I take one, I'm burning myself with glue, as you can see, and I put one in the center of the strings that I tied at the top of the hat. And it just kind of covers where you tied it and just kind of makes it super cute. See? So again, there's that eyeball staring at us. And I know at some point I look at it and think, oh my goodness, I need to add another snowflake. These little snowflakes are adorable. So, you know, you just keep adding the things that you like and use your imagination. If whatever you have in your stash, kind of take it out and look and just go with what feels right with you. So these I'm actually selling at the salon that I work at. I don't know if anybody knows, but I have been a hairdresser now for approximately 27 years, which is crazy, and crafting is kind of my getaway. So at this point, I'm taking those buttons again, and I want to put some buttons going down the belly of the snowman. That's just how I like to do it, but if you don't want to add those, that's totally fine as well. It's not a necessity. It's however you want to do it. A lot of times I do it to blend all the colors together, and then sometimes I get kind of crazy and I just do random colors. But with this one, I kind of was making it look like, you know, frozen, icy, blue in color. And I just think it's, I don't know, blue reminds me of the winter time. And so I really just love these colors together. And even though I'm using different shades of blue, I think they all blend well. And then I'm trying to find buttons that also tie the 2 colors, or the 3, basically. There's 2 different blues between the bottom of the snowman. So I'm just tying all the colors together and just making this super, super cute. And I really do love how this little sock snowman turned out. What do you think? Like, do you like my old video better? I will make sure to link that video in the description box below. I don't know if you like the video better, but do you like that snowman better, or do you think you like this snowman better? Here I debated whether to put a 3rd button on, and I think I decided no on that one. And what I'm gonna do here, I know I'm kind of skipping all around. I'm out of practice, you guys. I'm really, really out of practice, so please bear with me. I'm learning stuff all over again. But I do glue the hat onto the sock snowman because I don't want it lifting up. And like I told you before, I like things to stay in place. So I just add some glue, some hot glue underneath with that new glue gun, and just make it to where it's not going to slip, because I'm all about making it as quality as I can. So there he is, or she. Isn't he cute? I just love these sock snowmen. I have a client that has a village of them. So I love them. I hope you enjoyed them. And look at them, just all the different colors. Okay, here we are on the car again, and we are getting ready to start the second DIY. It is a wooden gnome. I actually got the idea from The Week's Nest. I watch her quite a bit and I love her channel, and I really have been into gnomes for the last couple of years, so I wanted to recreate a gnome DIY that she showed us, and I just love it. It's so easy, it's so cute, and I think you're gonna love it as well. So let's get making this gnome. Okay, let's get started on this cute little gnome. This is really good for a tiered tray or on your counter, or on a fireplace. It is a chunky heart wood ornament basically that I got at the Dollar Tree. And what I'm doing different from what I learned from This Week's Nest or The Week's Nest, I'm so sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I just think she's incredible. She used macrame yarn, and I had this mop from the Dollar Tree that I had cut off of to make some craft a couple of years ago, and it was just sitting in my room, and I thought, well, I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I have the scrapbook paper. This came from Michael's. I believe when I got it, it was buy one, get one free, or buy two, get one free. So I use the scrapbook paper. I have my Mod Podge, I have my scissors, and I have my paintbrush to put that on. And then of course I have a little wooden bead, and these are wooden beads I had left over from a couple years ago that have hearts on them, but I'm just gonna put the heart side down. So what you wanna do is you wanna go ahead and start, and you want to make the hat, and you're going to start on the triangular end and put it on your scrapbook paper. And then I just line it up to make sure it's as straight as I can get it, just eyeing it out. It's really not too hard. And then you just want to trace that. And I do it on the edge of the paper, and then that would be where like the beginning, like where the beginning of the face starts. So that's why I do it on the edge, because it's such a nice straight line. And these are just scrap pieces of paper that I have out of that pad. So go ahead and cut it out. I had to get some new scissors, you guys. My scissors were thrashed. They weren't cutting anything. Now these are not great scissors, but they're not bad scissors. Give me your opinion. Like, I need really, really good scissors for paper, and I need really, really good scissors for fabric. So could you guys give me some suggestions on things that you use? So there you can see how it fits right there on the top, and I just love this paper. I actually made another piece of decor with it, and it just turned out so great. So I love this paper, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I obviously cut the twine off, but I'm gonna Mod Podge this hat onto that part of the wood, and I try not to go too far over because I really just want it to match up. So about where I think I'm gonna do it, I start placing my Mod Podge. It's not a thin layer, but it's not a super thick layer either. I try to just do it very evenly and enough to where that paper is gonna stick on. I like to really go around the edges because sometimes those edges don't stick and then it lifts. So just put a good amount of the Mod Podge on. This is really nice paper, and so it doesn't tend to bubble as much as like a thinner paper would. It really goes on there nicely. So I just line it up, and then you just kind of put it on there. I think that she uses a glue stick. I don't remember. I watched the video a few weeks ago. You could use a glue stick. I use Mod Podge just because that's what I have in my house, and it works just the same. So you go ahead and you stick that on there, and then you definitely want to let that dry. But you can already see that it takes shape, and that's what I love about it. So now she had taught us how to, I might have to link her video on the bottom because I don't know how to describe this knot. I just watched her do it. So you get, you cut one piece of twine, or actually mop is what I'm using, and to where it's going to fit across the gnome's face. And then you put the, I guess she called it like a macrame knot, or so then you just like split it, you like fold it in half. I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for? And then you just kind of loop it through onto here. And then I kind of judge it by like how it fits the face. So I think I do 5 of these loop strings and push them together. It really wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I was like not sure I could do it, but I really like it. And you'll see at the end, the mop really actually turns out to be a great piece to use. And that whole mop is $1. Can you imagine how many of these shelf-sitting gnomes you could make with that mop? So I just tested to see how it fits onto the gnome. And there it is. And I think that 5 was perfect. So then there's the nose. Again, these are some leftover beads that I had left over from a couple years ago. I think right before we all went on lockdown. And then I wanted to show you, I guess I'm showing you my new glue gun. I think I filmed the gnome before I filmed the snowman. So I wasn't using the glue gun yet. I was using my old glue gun that was malfunctioning. But there's the SUREBONDER glue gun that I got on Amazon. And I shared it with you. So obviously I got my videos backwards. But that's nothing new for me. Like I said, this is another video that, see, I can't even talk. This is a video that I made after a long time. How's that? So what I did is I like to go ahead and Mod Podge the top of my scrap paper as well, because I just like it to seal in. I don't want to give it to somebody or have someone buy it and then it rips. Oh, I did use the SUREBONDER glue gun. I mean, what do I even know what I'm talking about at this point? No, I don't. So I want to put the nose on before I put the beard on. And I just put a little dab of glue. Try not to burn yourself because I'm super, super good at doing that. And so we're going to go ahead and glue this nose on. And then after that, we will go ahead and put the beard on as well. You can see it coming together. That's what I like about it, is like I would have never thought of this. And the fact that she shared this, I was so stinking excited because I was like, oh my God, I love gnomes and these are adorable. So you can see that the strings are long and I want them that way because I'm going to fasten them on the sides to hold them with glue, hot glue. So we'll go ahead and we're going to get ready to glue this. I think I even burned myself here because I'm such a dork and I didn't know how hot this glue gun was going to get, but this part was pretty basic and pretty easy. So I go ahead and I glue it down, and then you're going to see that I want to glue the sides down as well and then trim those off. So just put some hot glue on the sides, kind of angle it the way you want to. Pull it I kind of pulled it, what's the word, taunt or tight, just so the beard wasn't moving around at all. And you do that on both sides, and then you just nip off that excess mop. He's coming along, but I have one more trick to show you. I take these, again, this is what I do to my gnomes, and these mops will separate into 3 different strings. So to make the gnome's beard fuller, I go ahead and I separate each mop piece. So I think I tied 5, which would make 10, I believe, that I have to unravel. But you go ahead and you unravel these strings, and then you get a more full gnome look, and it just turns out adorable. See, I kind of skipped through, but see how it's nice and full. And you can choose to do this or you don't have to. And then I take these scissors, which are sharper than what I have, and I just kind of trim the beard to where it's more even and about the length that I want it to be. It just depends on what you're doing with it. But he turned out so cute. I absolutely love him. So the last step I do is I need to blush his nose out so it looks like he's cold. I always like to make a rosy nose. I have this old blush stick that I don't use. I sold it at one time and I just have a bunch of it left over, but it's kind of dark, so I didn't want it to be that dark. So then I take it and I mix it with a little bit of my powder that's a little bit light, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it. It's like a shimmer powder, and it dims out the color. And then I just take my finger and rub all that on. So you can use blush, eyeshadow, whatever you want. But he turned out adorable. I am so happy with this, and I'm so glad that I saw her video. Thank you so much for inspiring me and letting me share this with others. Now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and just paint. I painted the back of the heart because I don't like to leave things unfinished. I'm just like that. I can't leave it natural. But I paint the sides and the back, and here they are. They turned out so cute. There's one of my gnomes, and like I said, I will post that link in the description box below. And then here's my baby gnomes shelf sitting, or you, like I said, you could put them on a tier tray. They're super, super cute, super inexpensive. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed both of these crafts. I hope you get a chance to try them both. Try that revamped snowman and go back and watch the old one and see which one you like better. And then I hope you give these gnomes a try. Thank you so much, and make sure to check out those channels, Jordan, Danielle, and Chelsea and Family, which will also be linked in the description box below. Hope you guys are having a great holiday season. Thank you, and God bless.